soil for any of the plants that we're showing, particularly if you're doing containers. This is ideal. Please don't miss this. And remember, even the potting mix is free ship.
Yes.
Oh my.
So great.
Derek Wallin is back with us. He's an herbalist, and he's here to talk about Gloxinia. I'm very happy that I got that pronounced correctly. This is Gloxinia. It's hardy. These are live bulbs, and these are perennials, meaning they come back every year.
Yes, look at this. This is something like from a fairy tale, the perfect wildflower garden look. I love these because what this is, it was traditionally, you might have heard the word Gloxinia, something as a houseplant, but they are now capable of being grown outdoors with these beautiful trumpet-shaped flowers. Look at these. So I love these because they're a few inches across. The hummingbirds, butterflies, the bees, they're all going to go right into the middle there.
Yeah?
Yes, you're going to bring all of your pollinators. And so this one's just getting started. We've got a few flowers, but there's a bunch of buds on this stem, and it's going to be covered. So what you're getting out of this collection, let's just give you some background story.
Please.
These were discovered in the 1800s by a French missionary in China,
who
also happened to be a botanist on the side. He recorded it down.
In their spare time.
Yep, and named it after himself, of course. So these got the name.
If I discover a flower, I'm naming it David.
David's flower, right? So, but you got to add a little Latin to it.
Well, Venabilis.
Venabilis, there you go. David Venabilis. So what we're looking at, though, these are beautiful shades of pink and white, pure white, on a plant that can handle full to part sun. They're perennials. You can do them in containers or in the ground. And they're going to come back even with winters down to -20 below zero.
I mean, this is free ship. It's a today only price. Now, what does that mean? That means it's only good at this price until the end of the day or until it sells out, whichever comes first.
Yes.
And we have 2,900 left, and you're getting 3 plants.
Yeah, 3 roots or tubers. And yeah, these are brand new today. Now, here's just something interesting. We have had these one time before at QVC, like almost 2 decades ago. They're very hard for us to get. This is for the specialty gardener. If you want something that's unique, that no one else is going to have, you've got to have this, because what makes this so special? Look at the flower. That's the first part, these trumpet-shaped flowers. But then come down here and look at these leaves. What you're going to notice, these are fern-shaped leaves. There's not anything like this in the world that has a fern-shaped leaf with a beautiful flower. Ferns typically do not flower. So what you're getting is a very interesting but low maintenance plant. And here is right out of the box, you've got that, and they're going to come with these 3 tubers here.
Now, what's the best way to plant these?
Let's go over. We've got a little table here set up.
Oh, perfect.
We can show everyone just how to do it. So remember, you can grow these in a container. You can do them in the ground. For potting purposes on set, we're going to put them in a container here.
The party planter.
Very easy. Yeah, so this is our party planter. You can get these on .com with the soil. That's our black gold. So I am just going to gently make a hole about 2 inches deep. You're
and if there are already
covering
shoots
them.
coming out of the bulbs,
shoots go up.
The shoots point up.
Yes, and so then just cover it with about 1.5 inches of soil. Gently pat that down. You are done. It's
Do you have to
literally
water
that
it
easy.
in?
I do like to water it in. That's a good point. We don't have any water on the set because we don't like to make a big mess. And I do recommend picking up the time-release fertilizer.
Plant food.
Because this makes it so easy. You're just going to sprinkle this on, sort of like, powdered sprinkles on a cake, and then let that go for about 3 weeks. Then you can rinse and repeat, so to speak. And so
there are so many people that are picking this up at the great price. This is $29.98, only until the end of the day or until the item sells out.
Yes.
Now, you mentioned 3 plants. Are they different colors?
So you're going to get a mix of the pinks and the whites from this whole collection in these tubers. Here they are together. Look at that. It's almost like a bubblegum pink. I love that. And look at the beautiful foliage. So the foliage is going to come up early summer, and you're going to get the flowers later on in the summer. And those flowers are going to last for weeks. They have that beautiful yellow throat, sometimes a little bit chartreuse, but you can see up inside that trumpet-shaped flower is a bunch of nectar and pollen for all of your favorite pollinators to come. And the pinks come in different shades. It's a very unique and beautiful plant.
So
David.
these flowers will attract bees, butterflies, hummingbirds?
That's right, the whole gamut. And now they mix well with all your other perennials because these aren't very tall, they're not overbearing. That is, I think, such a quintessential cottage garden look. Here you see them there with the fern-shaped leaf, and I have one here that I picked just so you can see it, you know, on set. Look at that, that's one leaf. Look how beautiful that is. Now, you're gonna have these leaves even before you get the flowers, so you can enjoy their dark greenery, and then once the flowers come up, you're gonna have the flowers for weeks on end every single year.
That noise you hear, I think is Otis. He's probably hungry for my shirt. I did a walk-on with Otis. He's a little baby goat. The Beekmans are here today, and they brought goats with them. And that noise you hear, I think is Otis. I think. If he's related to me, he's probably making noise. All right, now, it's important to know that these are hardy Gloxinia live bulbs. When we get these at home, they won't arrive at our doorstep until it's safe to plant, yes?
That's right, and when you get them, you know, put them in an area that's full to part sun, and somewhere that you don't need to worry about all the time with the hose dragging it. You don't need to do that. They're super low maintenance. They're deer resistant, pest resistant. They can handle the hot sun, the cold down to -20 below zero. But this is something that's unique. Again, it's for the specialty gardener that wants something different than what your big box stores or even local stores are going to get. You know, I shop around all the time to local gardening stores. They really just carry what's most commonly planted things.
Right.
They're not going to have Gloxinia. This is something that's unique, that brings a draw and an attention to your garden and sets it apart from everyone else's.
I mean, maybe you walk into a store and you ask for Gloxinia and they look at you funny.
That's right. They're like, what is that?
I don't know what that is. I don't know how I pronounced it correctly, but I did. This is Roberta's three-piece flowering fern hardy Gloxinia live bulbs. And important to remember that if our customers or our growers are not happy, you at Roberta's are not happy.
That's right. You know, we assure your satisfaction for our perennials, like these Gloxinia, for 1 year in our annual and tropical plants for 90 days from the time of shipment. David, essentially, if you've got questions, if you need replacement plants, give us a phone call, shoot us an email. We're there with you every step of the way.
All right, so remember, that is true of all the Roberta's products. So please know that that Gotta Grow guarantee